You're watching the Skateboarding Bros Show. Stories from the pioneers of skateboarding about the history and the fun of the sport we love. So this is good stuff.
St. Pete ramp with the cross ramps. There's a
look at this thing. No wonder you got back in the car.
Bruce doing inverts, laid back grind. There's a far one that's me rolling in backside. Then there's a dented ramp on the ramp. There's me doing a frontside tail block on a. It was just like the vert was dented. You can see my shadow of the tail, but it was just totally just.
So this is Grigley's.
Yeah, it's different phases of Grigley's ramp.
Who are these people?
That's these people up on the lip up there.
The way back.
I know you're getting older, but it's
there. Wrigley's up there.
That's Chris West.
No, I'm talking about on the other lip.
Isn't that Chris West?
No.
The other lip there. Yeah, on that lip right there, you got Chris Baca, Wrigley, no shirts.
That's what their hair is.
You got one of the Sam Myers right there.
Sam. With the new helmet. I'll have to send him that picture. That's when he was skating for Walker. It was before
Grigley, Balcom.
40 pounds worth of wheels.
Mad Rats. I mean, it looks like World War II. Look at the pads.
You can see Schmitt's coping fiberglass work.
Oh, yeah. Look at you see it all patched up.
That's fiberglass laid up on a ridge we put up there to make coping.
Is that a lapper on that board?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think that was one of Schmidt's things, wasn't it?
Yep.
That's Cubics.
Big
Yep.
cubics.
Oh my gosh. Chucks.
I remember that skater. I don't know his name.
That was a fun cross run, man.
Got the Olivia Newton-John thing going on. With
No!
Too fun. And is this
You're
Jeff?
lucky I took the leg warmers off.
Yeah.
I don't recognize those cats.
This
When I
guy's-
met them on the camera, but I don't know who that is.
He had jean cutoff shorts.
That's when he had the dots on the chair too. See those white dots?
Oh, yeah, the Walter
So that's
dots.
a time marker then.
The Walter dots, yeah.
Those are foam dots. Okay, has come on the back.
That's I mean, the fact that every little note. So these people were neighbors who never complained.
No,
Not
No.
one. During the
No, no one
contest, people were on the roof.
You know, I'll tell you
Yeah,
a strange parallel is that at the Berg Bowl, there was like this little old lady who lived next door. And she never complained because Justin always took care of her.
Nelly too.
And the same kind of thing was going on at John's house. There was a little old lady that lived next door to them. And he always cut her yard for her and helped her out when she needed help and kind of helped take care of her. So, I mean, that's kind of why nobody complained.
Hey, nobody mentioned Charlie yet.
Yeah.
Cleo dating Nelly there for a little bit. That helped that whole situation too.
Charlie liked everybody but Paul.
Whoa.
Charlie-
What we got here?
Charlie was Grigley's dog, and there was a whole bunch
He
of people
loved
in the alley.
Schmitt.
And
He loved Schmitt.
the dog took off down the alley, and he bit the first kid, dropped him, let him go, ran and bit the second kid, dropped him, ran and got a third kid, dropped him. Everybody was just screaming. His fucking dog was insane. I don't know anybody that ever touched it.
And he
was in love with Paul Schmitt.
Charlie
He loved Paul
running
Schmitt.
around.
Loved her,
We're
bit him.
having a full-on session, and Charlie was minding his business. As soon as Paul's board hit the ramp, he'd come out after him.
Absolutely true story.
Dog was terrifying.
You say that with your dog, fucking Terry. That dog scared the shit out of me.
Are you talking
Yeah,
about
that-
Terry?
Yeah, Terry,
Terry,
back when your
that's
dog was allowed to bite people.
So I can't remember where this happened at, but there was a situation one time where I had to drive the Scamp and I had to drop Michael somewhere, but I had to leave Terry in the scamp. So I'm driving in the scamp, which has no brakes, from Tampa to St.
More
Pete,
power steering.
and the entire time Terry's in the back seat, and his feet are up on the front seat, and his head is right by my head, and he's growling the entire time. And every time I look over, he just looks me dead in the eye and growls at me like,
Terry used to hide under the table.
We were going to Tampa to go to the Bro Bowl, and Michael made me sit in the back with the dog. And the whole way over, she's just staring at me going,
Wait. So all the time,
right in my
this
face
dog
the
was
whole
at
time.
his
I'm
ramp?
like, Mike, the dog's going to bite me. And you're like, it's all right. It won't hurt. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm like, and I think that was the time you jumped out of the driver's seat. You were done driving, and you jumped out of the driver's seat, and we're like, I'm done, and came to the back seat. And it was either Bruce or Chuck had to like jump into your driver's seat and grab the steering wheel as we're going like 85 miles an hour over the fucking bridge.
It was
Crazy.
a different time.
That's correct. That's correct. That's when we picked Chuck up at the airport. He flew in from California, and Chuck was in the back seat with you, and I was in the front seat with Michael, and we're on the Howard Franklin, and Michael's like, Tom, drive. And before Tom could even realize what he said, Michael crawled from the driver's seat over the seat into the back seat. And we're like, no one's driving. We're on the Howard Franklin doing 80. And so Tom panicked, like trying to jump over and drive the car.
Good shit. Hey, I don't remember that. It was a different time.
You can see the gnarliest construction. I think Grigley or Bruce took this picture of me doing layback here. It's a color one.
Did you send it to me?
Yeah, I sent it to you. It's a quarter pipe you can see the wood on the ground leading back towards John's house. You can see chunks out of it, and poorest construction ever.
Okay, it's in a different email.
I sent a fresh email. But it's crazy the stuff we rode, man.
Yeah, I got to a point I wouldn't ride that shit anymore. I got too spoiled. And that we went to Procco's on that reunion. We went to Procco's and it rained for days. And I didn't ride. And you guys posted a picture of me.
Oh, this is great.
That's Bruce with the air guitar.
Wait, whose car?
That's Webb's, isn't it?
That's a voice.
No, that was Mark Buston.
That's Buston's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Jensen Healy.
So that's
a nice
Paul,
ride.
Tom and the Captain
me, Donnie, John, and Sam.
Oh, Johnson.
Is that you, Tom? Behind
the Captain in that? I can't tell. Look at little baby Buck.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, no, that's me with the. God damn! Look how young I was. I think that is me.
Yeah.
We were young.
Look at Buck Smith.
Look at Buck Smith.
Looking like Billy Idol.
Oh, and that's like Brian. What's his head? From Jacksonville.
That's McCall,
right? Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, that's McCall.
Those are some Coke bottle glasses that dude's got on. It's hard to skate in. And look at the shoes. You can just take a crop of the shoes.
Or is that Jim Tesnar?
What was that librarian skater that Schmitt sponsored?
This is a nice look, Bruce.
Fabricoli or whatever out of Jacksonville. Isn't that him?
I think so.
What are we talking about? This guy over here?
Yeah, the guy with the big glasses. I think that's. Right. Oh, is it?
It's not Speedo. It's not Speedo, is it?
I thought it was Brian Fabricoli or whatever that guy.
There you go. That's I was trying to get the F name. Brian Fabricoli. That's him.
That's not bad, Mike.
No, Brian didn't wear glasses.
No, that's not Brian Fabricoli.
No, not Fabricoli. So the guy had that U ramp in his backyard in Jacksonville, and Schmitt sponsored him.
McCall?
Maybe I can't remember. I thought his name was Brian.
McCall. Jim McCall's blonde surfer.
Yeah, that's it. But this guy had a similar name or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sponsored a guy in Jacksonville called the Librarian.
Well, that sounds what he looks like.
Hey, Walter, you remember Mad Jack, the professor?
Yes. I do. And he was like Bradenton, right?
Rocco with the Schmitt. That's the crew after cracking.
That was every weekend. That right there, that little bit of people.
I took that picture from the top of the ramp.
I love this.
That's
Egg Bowl with the flyaway.
Tom Rocco with his back to us.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see the cactus patch behind Tom.
Oh, he fell into that?
Yeah.
He dove into it.
So he was in there for like an hour until they got him out?
He was camped out.
I remember we were helping him out.
We're calling 911 on our cell phone. Oh, that's right. We don't have cell phones.
We don't see you, but we're getting somebody here.
Yeah. Somebody's coming, dude. Just hang tight. Oh, my God.
Honestly, I think we were all kind of shocked when he came out to see how gnarly it really was.
God, that's just so.
California had death boxes, and we had cactus pit.
It should be mentioned in
right there.
In the history of.
You can see the PVC on the twisted half pipe.
Yep.
And you can see the little takeoff wood to that quarter pipe.
Yep. I was going to say it should be mentioned in the history of St. Pete skating that Walter had a couple of different companies that were pretty innovative. He had a company in the early to mid 80s called MSD,
and in the
manual skate device, and then kind of toward 2000 the sanitation, which was live clean, skate clean, work clean, and both of them had awesome graphics. And he kind of took the leap out there and did that. And I know sanitation ran for a while. MSD had some interesting shapes.
Clergy graphics.
Cleo, you look like Eddie Murphy here.
I was going to say, it looks like the head was cropped on there. It's the wrong size.
Yeah, come on.
He grew into his head.
Hey, I love that board, man. That was that Ray Balls Rodriguez, man.
Oh, you got a hold of some Powell copers too. Those are the big honking cover copers, right?
Yeah. Look at the skate. The half pipe you see in the background is the original ramp from Matt Davies' house.
That's it.
This one here.
Yeah, and the quarter pipe is from Earth and Surfing.
Do you see the white coping? That's the white PVC coping.
Yeah,
I learned see it, but there's a double layer, 2 rows of coping, PVC coping on the other wall facing the other way.
We talk about why we have back problems, and I realized that we rode ramps that were 5 feet high with 2 feet of vert and 3 feet of transition, and that's probably why we have lower back.
4 feet of.
But that ramp that Cleo's riding there is where I learned frontside rocks.
That's not even a good. I don't even like that move. I never liked it. It's so gutsy. It's so like
Bruce did him so stylish, man.
Once you have him down, it's just a motion, man. You have it down.
Yeah, it's a repetitive motion. It has to be the same every time.
I took a pass. I couldn't do backside airs. I could do a backside invert. I couldn't do a backside air.
Hey, Bruce had a notorious statement that he said all the time. Why won't God let me skate?
Why won't God let me skate?
God let me skate? I remember that cartoon that Cleo drew on the side of the ramp of Bruce. It's one of my favorite things of all time, and I really wish I had it. Which was like a drawing of Bruce like back then, and then like all of his catchphrases all around it, with Charlie like sitting next to him. You remember that, Cleo?
I want a photo of that.
I'm like
I want it.
Dave Chappelle. I plead the Sisyphus.
I'm so glad to have that guy back.
Cleo.
Yo.
This was in the picture.
Oh, what are we doing?
Oh, the thumbs.
Yeah, I went, I don't know why, but I went through a period where I like this nervous twitch.
Oh, you moved your thumbs. I forgot about that.
I'm like,
when you were
and the neck thing.
Remember that
you used to crack your neck all the time too.
You put it in the picture.
What it was, because you were like, when you would concentrate on when we get ready to cut wood and stuff, you're like, okay, let's see now. It was like in anticipation.
Well, let's see it again. I need to see an isolation here.
That's me on the 777 board, tractor 777. The GNS 5050s, blue and white ones.
And you were sponsored heavily, Cleo. You did really well, man. You skated and traveled, modeled, lived a life.
Yeah, don't believe the hype. My dad still whipped my ass.
And now
one time I was, back in the day, you had to do, you leaving a voicemail on your phone. You had to do a bunch of takes because you had, you might want to put music in the background or whatever, trying to make a smooth voicemail for the house here. But I wanted to do it for my skateboard magazine that I didn't even have yet. And I remember saying, if you want to reach the Helsinki office, press 2. If you want to do this office, press 3. And my dad goes, Cleo, get off the damn phone. In my haste, I just hung up, but it saved it. And people were calling the house, and I'm like, you want to go to my skateboard magazine? Press what? Blah, blah, blah. Then you hear, Cleo, get off the damn phone.
That's priceless, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Cleo also had ramps at his house.
Yep.
Occasionally we'd go over there. He had bottle cap coping.
Oh, I forgot about that. Knee high.
Those are the first ramps I skated in St. Pete. That was with Cleo and Craig Brim.
Orange or grape. Orange or grape. That's all I got to know. Knee high.
And
I had all of them.
And Kendra.
And just Kendra Warren. I sent him a picture with Kendra in front of you in the driveway. He's got that. So she's one of the first.
Okay, it was good.
Just in one of the emails.
Cleo had those GNS Wonkers.
Right.
On that board.
Oh, that's Proco in California. Oh, that's at Proco. There's it right there. That's Kendra Warren and that's Bruce behind you.
Original boards.
You want this one?
He's got the Rectors that didn't have the caps on.
Oh, the leathers.
Yeah, that was in my
driveway. Set of those.
That was in my driveway.
Who's that?
That's Kendra Warren. I ran into her at Circle K on Central Avenue and 58th Street last year, early in the year.
Well, damn it.
He was in line behind me. I kept looking. I go, why did I know this lady from somewhere?
Look at these guys.
Oh, that's
kind of recent.
That's Schmitt getting inducted into
a year ago. Schmitt's induction.
Ah, okay. It's really cool that Chuck and Paul and everybody's just, I don't know. We started as this discombobulated group of people, isolated from each other. I remember driving home from college. It was 83. 6 years of my parents' money down the drain for a poli-sci degree. And I thought, well, that's it. That's it. I skated at the Basin. I did good, but then, there's no future in that. I got to get on with my life. No cell phones, no internet, nothing. And this is where I got to shout out props to Steve Marinac, because we didn't even know what a homepage was, but Florida Skater became it. And then we got to get back together and find people that we had something in common with. How many people can we have this conversation with about, just grimacing at the thought of the commitment of a front side rock and roll on vert, because the slam is really close to going to happen. And, all those things are things that bring us together, because the first one I think would be learning the elevator drop. Because that was a rite of passage. People
hater that bitch.
Oh God.
We got to a point where we would pre-slam tricks. We would go ahead and do it all to get the full out. You remember that?
Yeah, but man, you had the biggest balls out of all of us, though, man.
Oh yeah.
Just
remember when
you want to front that roll?
Wait, no, Walter had a unique style, and it took me a while to figure out, what it was, because he put his front foot was over the front truck instead of behind the front truck, which made the leverage much different and much more difficult. And that kind of explained his whole style, and it made it different. One of my favorite quotes is when we had the early magazines going on, they interviewed Walter and said, Walter, what do you think about when you skate? And in all seriousness, he just said, war.
Oh my God.
That was great.
Hey, Ed, you'll find this funny too, because
It's awesome.
I'm 147 years old, and you're 6 years older than me.
Yeah.
And someone asked me about skating. I think it was Cleo when I did an interview for his magazine. He's like, how long do you think you'd be skating? And I remember being at Clearwater SkatePark one night. It was me and Grigley and Fish skating, and John, just being a dick like he is. It's like, how old are you, man? And he's like, I'm 17. I'm a fucking old man. And like John, and I remember thinking, man, I'll be done skating long before then.
It's I mean, I still skate, not often, and only downhill, and only if there's grass around. But I have titanium in my back. But I'm always looking at stuff going, man, that would be fun. And when I see, and if you'll forgive me, I'm going to look up a picture of, we were talking about the trough.
Oh, yeah.
I've been trusted. I don't know if Phil's still on, but I've been trusted to look at pictures and categorize videos of that Phil's archives. And some of the screenshots I have, God, I got to find this. Okay, now the trough. Here it is. This is the best thing I can give you guys. It was going to be 8 feet deep.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Can you imagine?
Wow.
That's the pool, and they built the wall. That's the drop in for the snake run.
Oh, yeah.
So he's digging the pond where your pool would go get wet. Your board would go in the little pond. There was a little tiny pond that water would get in. So this is coming downhill down the trough. And that's Randy Sperring's a surfer. And this is,
So,
guys,
the snake runs at this guy's back.
is over here.
Okay, other end. Okay.
Yeah, the pro shop's on your left.
Yeah, the
Okay.
lake is at his back.
Yeah, the lake is way behind.
Okay, yeah.
Campgrounds.
But this was supposed to be called the Serpentine Run. And not only did the pool fall in with the water and the rain, that's what ruined that side. This fell down too. But can you imagine how much fun it would have been? Not the little 6-foot trough that Bockham spent all his time in. And then somebody said something about an invert. So I'm going to find
So I went there twice, and the first time I went there, Rodney Mullen was skating the trough, and I saw him do like a full invert in that thing, and I was like, and in my head I was like, that's complete. There's no way, that's impossible. But it was Rodney, so it wasn't that impossible. But yeah, he was like, I just saw him riding just that. That's the first time I saw him skate. And then I made mention to it because they all went to to everything else. And everyone's like, oh yeah, that's Rodney Mullen. He's a, freestyle skater. And I was like, that wasn't freestyle.
Oh,
and then
man. There it is.
This is the worm. This is the intro to the snake.
Oh, yeah.
And so this is
that's
Sam Meyer, most underrated skater around.
Oh yeah.
On a freestyle board, doing an invert in this little wallows, and you got Donnie over here, the punk of punks.
Yeah.
I remember playing Add a Trick with Rodney, and
Bad move.
me and McGuigan. he was totally cool. So everything's going along normal, and then his dad pulled up in the parking lot, and Rodney drops in. He flips his board upside down with the board upside down and his foot underneath the front of it. He did a kick turn and then flipped it back and goes, "See you guys." I was like, nobody was going to do it.
I was just toying with you. Thanks for playing.
Yeah. He was fun. He was a good kid, man.
He was. We would skate the pool, then we'd skate the snake, and skate the pool, skate the snake until we were just drained and go inside. But every once in a while, I would say, I skated every day for like 3 years. And every once in a while, I'd be in line to ride the snake, and there'd be 3 or 4 guys. So, Ronnie Brown, Bruce Mason, Peter Andrews, Chris Bacham was usually in the trough.
Peter Andrews, name.
Peter Andrews, Ronnie Brown, Mike Tebow, and all of a sudden, Mutt would be in line.
Yeah, I remember that.
And you just kind of don't say anything, and he drops in and ride it like he rode it every day. And he had to be a certain kind of mad at his dad to do it. But you see the picture Goodrich put up. But I skated there all the time. And I only skated with him about 5 or 10 times. Most of the time, we were way in the back getting high, and roll around the roller skate rink. And then Jimbo would call us in for a team. And let's get some.
That's what Chuck brought up, that you'd go to the skateboard park and spend the whole day there, but you didn't actually skate the whole day. You just shot the shit with your friends.
Who busted that elbow open?
Wait a minute. Let me get the right picture. That's Donnie Meyer. That's Donnie. That's just the beginning of it. Hold on.
That's
okay. This is his hip.
Oh, that's life threatening right there.
Don't you kind of hate it when that happens?
Motorcycles will do it.
That it never does.
So hip it hurts.
So it was a non-joiner. He was out of it for a while. So
he's skating again, though.
Yeah. Well, he's still skating now.
They put a rod in there or what?
He's got all kinds of stuff. It's
he's got a rod in his leg where the femur never grew back together. He's got his leg bone is in 2 different parts, and there's connecting them.
I want to see this guy skate in April.
Who?
Oh,
Mike Frazier.
Oh, Frazier? Oh, God, yeah. He'll skate.
14-foot
He's been skating up at Phil's. He's skating at Phil's place all the time. Yeah, he'll build that pool.
Phil Hajal?
Yeah.
I went there and took some pictures.
That's all I'm coming for. I want to see this guy come up and try to, at the last second, come up with a nose grind, switch foot, kick flip, come in, switch, whatever they do.
Whatever it is, it'll be to revert.
Well, he does that a lot. That's true, but I can't. He's like Bob Burnquist, but with muscles
and style, and a little more style.
Yeah. And Stevie is Stevie.
He's on the cover of the latest Copen Block Skateboard magazine too.
Who, Frazier?
Yeah, Frazier is.
Oh, man, you're doing a great job with that.
I'm gonna send you a picture of the cover so you guys can see it.
Did you get it printed yet?
It's printed, and I have a second run being printed right now.
All right. I gotta change my ad out of that thing if you're still running it.
Let's see here. I don't think we ran it in the last one. I think we ran it in the 3 before that, though.
Okay. All right.
I need a fresh one for you, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see here.
Look at these fucking guys.
Look at those. That's just hoodlums right there.
Oh, okay.
This looks rowdy.
I hurt my knee at St. Augustine Bowl on the hip grind, and my knee was swelling up. And we were in Schmitt's. He rented that Winnebago, and we went to the store. And I come out, they're driving off, and I'm running behind them on the road, and they're going just where I can't catch up because I got a hurt knee.
And Walter was riding behind us with his kids, right?
I took the picture.
Oh, did you get the picture? Yeah, they had me running on a hurt knee trying to catch up to the van.
How?
That was when Bill was what do you call it, FBI agent or something.
Yeah, the Black Label. That's early years, right? When is this?
That was like 2001.
That's the first skateboard Florida Skateboard Hall of Fame when Schmitt got inducted.
Yeah.
Oh, that's when I was drunk back at the hotel by 9:30. Yeah, I remember. It was before. Did you send me something, Cleo?
It's coming in a second here. I just had to open up something.
Okay.
I'm going to send you the cover of the magazine with Frazier on it.
We'll watch this while we wait.
Okay. Yeah.
Verify.
I'm sending you to 2 different emails because I don't know which one has arrived in the Gmail or the Y mail.
Just trying to be like you, bro. Lots of email addresses. Ymail works. Ed Womble at Ymail. See, all this stuff right here makes people sick. So let me pause my sharing.
You Clio Car, Clio Coney, CC, Coping Block.
Thank you.
Pineappleshake.com.
Yeah. Phil's going to have a fit because I'm moving the video all around.
What's that shake from Red Snack Shack?
Pineapple Shake.
That's the pineapple shake, yeah.
Pineapple shake was the joint, yeah.
Is
No,
the red
chicken
still
in the
around?
box.
Is red going
Put your
there?
ketchup in the box.
They're
Put the
gone.
hot sauce in the box and you shake the box up.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
You catch up with that?
Yeah, so we got hold on a minute. Let me do the Zoom. Let me look at the Zoom thing. Who's on? Zoom. We have 6 participants.
Just
So
St. Pete guys now.
yeah, it's all of us. And there's before, and I don't know what the video is going to look like because there's never been this many people on. Come on. Oh, there we go. Shit hot. You guys see it?
Yeah.
Nice.
You got the new shirt on. That's that Phil's his backyard. The skate shop is his house, but it's got a
So
huge
is that
jar.
Sarasota? Where is this?
That's Ocala.
Orlando. Ocala?
Ocala.
Yeah, that's where I got my Monty boards from him.
And that
Yeah,
right
I
there,
got one too.
he does that to Fakey.
Oh, that's nuts.
It's invert to Fakey.
Is that an
Ocala's graphic, and they got some Monty boards too there.
Yeah,
Powell?
Yeah, I got one.
I got 2. You gotta
Well,
have
you
a
know,
backup.
you know what?
It's a killer deck.
You know, I brought
It really
this
is.
in
It's
to
good
look at, and this is the first time I noticed it says OG 813.
The area code for Tampa.
Yeah. Well, for St. Pete at first.
Used to
It was
be our,
both.
used to be our area code.
We were the original 813.
So what's the star for?
Looks good.
Triple stout?
Stand up and grind.
Gained weight at that point.
Did you guys see the murder ride I held up before? It's a Todd Webb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Charlie
Ouija.
Crank's brand. You know, I love the name when it came out because I thought Murder Ride, I the way I took it at first was like it would, you know, because you're murdering your board or the sport murders you because you put into it. But it was all about having like serial killers on your board, and I was so not down with that at all.
I get it.
It was a good name, just took the wrong direction.
And he's like religious now, right?
Yeah.
There's always controversy, which is good.
Controversy.
You know,
Yeah, he's sending Bible quotes and stuff.
hey, you know, God bless him.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I wish everybody well. I just don't.
Yeah, Charlie's a good dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a good dude.
he's a nice guy. I'm just, I just don't like anybody trying to tell me what to do.
He's like Charlie's like the ultimate hustler. He's got like 6 different things going at the same time all the time.
Gumball.
Yeah, he's got like a fish camp house he's working on and cleaning it up, and I'm happy.
Selling gumball machines, working in the insurance industry, working in the health industry, rebuilding cars. He's like the ultimate hustler.
Yeah, you know, and good for him. I mean, that's what we.
Oh yeah, that's a
It's hard as
compliment.
hell for us to get skateboarder. I mean, to get us all. I mean, it took us an hour to get Bruce on the screen, and you know, and just to get us all in one room for the night.
Actually, it took you 6 months in an hour.
Yeah, that's right. Because we were trying to figure out a time, and then it was crazy, and then we had the Christmas break. But now Phil will be able to put this into something that we can actually publish and put out on our channel which is basically a YouTube channel, and we have a website which I never update anymore. So maybe I'll put a couple of videos up. But I think it'll be a good place. And Phil will compact things so we can tell the story of St. Pete, because it might not be. And I apologize. I didn't mean to slam St. Pete saying it was the sinkhole or you know.
Hey, Mike, did you hear him? Mike, did you hear him?
Yeah.
We know where he lives.
I'll never get over that. I'm sorry that, but it needs to be told. But you guys didn't care. You didn't care about if anybody else knew. That's the point. You were doing it for yourselves and having a big time at doing it. But we got to record it. We got to remember it. You know, that's why I started doing this, and Phil and I started doing this, and that's why Cleo's doing it. He's recording what we did.
About 10 years ago, I ran an ad in Cleo's magazine, and I put that the St. Pete ramp movie was coming out. Tells the story of, you know, kind of like when the whole Dogtown thing.
Oh, I got you.
Goofy thing saying the St. Pete ramp movie was coming.
People started talking about it on Facebook.
So this is really the first time we've got together and talked like this in a recorded fashion.
Well,
Long time.
Did you want to make an announcement about the new rumored release?
I think we're going to make that announcement every 10 years.
That is the best. So what do we need to bring? We're coming to St. Pete in April. Mott's all digging up, going to have some sort of after party downtown.
I talked to him a little bit about it. He, I have a bunch of friends down there, so he's got something he wants to do. So,
he's got St. Crete. Are you familiar with? You guys know about all this St. Crete stuff?
No, I know he's got like a little concrete thing going in his yard now.
No, so him and Marcus get 10 5-gallon buckets, each one with pre-mixed quickcrete. After they target Jersey barriers that are on like maybe private property and maybe right of way, and then they'll go out and sneak attack it, and they'll put concrete transition at one end and at the other, and then they'll smooth it, and then bail. So the idea is almost like Walter was talking about, a skateboard neighborhood, where it's all centered around a golf course or whatever, around a common pastime. I don't know if I don't know if it's a sport or not, but so you could go. So he's going to make it so you go every 5 or 10 blocks and have a place you can do
There's one on First Avenue South, right by Tropicana at the end of the parking lot. I was just going by and I go, somebody fucking built this, and Tim Mott did it. They're fucking everywhere.
Yeah, about 10 years ago, they built a concrete quarter pipe that way, attached to a dumpster, and
that was Jay Turner.
Held a contest.
Jay did that.
They had a contest on it.
That was some good shit.
Well, Jay's a good dude.
Well, it gets even better because St. Pete has this website, see it, click it, fix it, and somebody took a picture of that dumpster with the concrete and wrote it up as a complaint, how are we going to use this?
I mean, couldn't the truck, the thing just pick it up and it would?
No, it was a full quarter pipe.
Oh, so it was landlocked.
Yeah, the lip of the dumpster was the lip of the quarter pipe.
Yeah.
That's a lot of bags of concrete.
Yeah, it was 6 foot tall, 8 feet wide.
So how's Arbor doing? Is it just a shop? Is it near the park?
Oh, it's Anchor Skate Shop. It's literally half a block from the park, and it's downhill. You leave the park, you can roll downhill right to the shop.
So this is a really cool thing because Jay's been through a lot of peaks and valleys, and he's he's done really well. He, firmed up his relationship back with a spot, worked over there. Now he's doing his own thing. I'm very happy for him, and I'm really glad.
He's a super positive guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah, man, that's really it's really cool for him. He doesn't have to worry about fixing the skate park, ripping down the competition area. He's going to have people needing stuff right there, and he'll create his own scene. So it'll be fun to go there, and I think
there's a pro skater that moved to St. Pete that I'm seeing, and that Chris Markovich.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
have you seen him skate
now? And he's somehow tied into that Anchor Skate Shop.
I'll be right back. We got to show you some.
Yeah, Markovich kills it.
A lot of people moved to St. Pete from California.
He's a skater guy.
Hey, Mike Dale.
Ken Park lives on Tierra Verde.
Hey, Mike.
Ken Park.
Your first skateboard.
Not anymore.
What'd you say, Walter?
What were some of your first skateboards?
You still got that wood part?
No, I sold that. What do you call it? To who's the guy that wrote the Ollie book?
Craig
Snyder. Yeah, Craig Snyder bought it. And my first board was from JM Fields. My neighborhood thieves went up there and stole a whole fucking pack of them, roller derbies. And I just used to race, and you knew you were good if you could go around a corner and still be pushing. I think that got a lot of my balance down good.
My first board came from JM Fields too.
Wow.
What'd you say?
I said my first board came from JM Fields too.
JM Fields, man. My first dog came from JM Fields. I won.
What kind of wheels? What kind of wheels did we have? First wheels.
Cadillac.
Chicago Clay.
Oh no!
I had a name.
Wheels with Clay too.
I think RSI maybe.
Or, Weber Performers. The twos, the little ones.
You started with the good stuff.
At the Chicago trucks with one bushing.
I had the department store stuff.
I had solid oak with clay wheels and loose ball bearings.
I was going to say that roller derby, I don't think had a name for the wheels. I wasn't until I got the Bain with the Chicago.
Oh, the Bains?
Yeah, Bain with Chicago's.
I wanted Bain so bad.
I had a Bain and I got a Wayne Brown, and I thought I was in heaven because it had a kicktail. And then you get fiberglass all in your hands from carrying it.
Yeah.
Did you grow up in St. Pete, Mike?
Yeah, I was born in St. Anthony's downtown. I didn't grow up here. I lived in Bangkok, and then I came here when I was about 11. Parents got divorced, and so we came back here by grandma's house. And I, just like I said, skateboarding was the thing that really kicked skateboarding off for me. Was a guy up at the college was pulling with a water ski rope on his Volkswagen, was pulling people around, and he let us ride behind him. And I was like, that's the shit. And then I'd get my sister hooked up to a bicycle and she'd pull me. And she's like, fucking pull me, man. I just wanted that free ride, baby.
There you go.
I don't dig park where you have to push, like that pushing shit in freestyle. Man, a park means you stand at the top of the hill and you just fucking go. There's no pushing.
Yeah. Gravity park.
Yeah.
I went to Diston Junior High, and there was a bunch of these surfer guys there with bonsai boards. Nick Chris Kurz. I don't know if you knew them.
No, those boards are fucking deadly. My neighbor had one.
Then after that, everyone got Fiberflex.
Yeah, Fiberflex was the shit. My first contest at Earth and Surfing was a GNS Fiberflex.
Did you have a Goldwing truck in the front?
Never rode Goldwing. They sucked.
No, that was a big.
Had a Goldwing in the front and a Bennett in the back.
Chicago trucks, baby.
Bennett Pro
on the back. That was the shit.
There was a big trend in the St. Pete area to have like a Logan Erskine with a Goldwing in the front and a tracker in the back.
I remember that.
Shitty trucks.
And I don't know how
Two
that
horrible
came about.
trucks.
Huh?
Two
horrible
different
trucks.
kinds of shitty trucks.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was on the
laser
flow from
truck.
Going in the 80s, but I never
Remember the
rode
laser
them.
Yeah.
Never rode 'em.
I think Smith
I
did
had
stuff with that, didn't
ACS and I had lasers. And the
They
lasers
used to send me boxes of trucks, now trading for indies.
I felt sorry for Monty riding Goings. Fucking shitty ass trucks he was fucking riding them though.
He had
That's
those
the same time I was on
trucks.
Going.
Yeah.
well, some of the
And,
things Bruce Mason will ride. He'll search out on internet and get magnesium or whatever those things were.
Yeah, Mark Lake too.
Get the fucking $1 million. Was it tracker trucks didn't turn? Indies turned, and if you talk to Mott's like, what's that new truck they got? V.
Adventure?
Ace.
Is it Adventure?
Ace.
Ace, yeah.
Ace trucks.
And they
Yeah,
said
Ace are good trucks.
he said they came from Indies, and what do you call it? They turn. If you tried them, you'd see they turn. Like, but
Yeah.
he's like, he's the new professor.
If
The
you
Greek was
have
riding
Paul
for a
Schmitt,
while.
Sam Meyer, and Tim Mott, you don't need anything else. You have the encyclopedias.
Yeah, they like Tim cracks me up because like you guys do. What's that in the background of the picture? And Tim will fucking pull one out from behind him. Fucking here, it's one of these.
Yeah.
He's fucking hysterical.
He's got all the mags. The first time I met Tim Mott, he asked me for my autograph. I said, "This guy's a fucking geek." You know, he wanted me to sign magazine. And then I thought, well, no one's ever asked me for that before. That you know, then I started thinking, well, he's a pretty cool guy, you know.
Yeah. Well, he invited me to that the Legends thing in Colorado. I got to go there and we skated 15 pools in 2 days. And none of them, we never went to a park. And I was like, why don't we go to a park? And he's like, parks suck. We just kept going to backyard.
They're great.
He was fucking, that was a very nice treat. He was getting kind of blottoed one night and he was talking to me and I couldn't really remember who he was or why he invited me. And then he got in my face one time and he's like, and it was fucking nah. And I saw that little fucking kid. I go, I remember you, bald head, a fucking dirty white shirt. You never fucking changed it. He goes, yeah, that was me. I was like, I remember him.
His parents took him everywhere.
I
guess. He skated like, wasn't it Cherry Hill? There was another park that sounded like Cherry Hill.
Apple.
Yeah, there you go.
Apple Hill.
Yeah, I didn't get to skate any of those. He went.
I went to Cherry Hill with Clyde and Kelly.
Oh gosh,
Clyde was fucking.
Can you imagine
Clyde,
how bad it
Kelly,
would
and
be?
Stroggs.
Clyde.
The best thing, Bear must have been a sissy because he lived with this guy and he had a bong and it was a penis where you fill the bowl up. It was the balls. And Tim Scroggs, Clyde was sleeping, and Tim Scroggs got up on Clyde's chest with the bong in his zipper and fucking was banging it against his face. And fucking Clyde starts to wake up. And he's like, and fucking you can hear the porcelain hitting his teeth going, dink, dink, dink. Fucking all of a sudden Clyde started spazzing and me and Kelly were holding him down as hard as we could. He was fucking fighting us. That was funny. That was before pre-gay, before it was popular. Bear was such a nice guy.
He was nice. Jim Goodrich was nice. And it was really cool of them to come to Florida.
Yeah. That one picture you showed from Clearwater, the backside tail tap, that was Bear's picture he put in the mag. That's my sister still has that. She had it still in the same magazine form.
So the Clearwater Pro. Sorry.
Mike Fulmer and asking Mike Fulmer for a Sims wing sticker. And he took me out to that white van he drove and gave me a whole pack. There must have been like 200 of them in this pack. And I was like, man, this guy's the nicest guy ever. Mike's Fulmer.
Cool. Yeah,
he's super cool.
Fulmer will get more rides than anybody else in a skate session. He doesn't go to the back of the line. He comes out of the bowl and stands right beside whoever's next. He's a great guy, but he will get more rides than you. There's no doubt about it.
Keeping the snake living. The
Yeah.
snake lives.
Well, so I was telling Mike about this. We were talking about Del Mar. You guys were talking about Del Mar before. I went to the 79 Hester series there. I showed up. So I'll give you guys a little trivia because I haven't told people this. So I walk into the Del Mar Skate Ranch. It's like Thursday before the contest. And Gelfand is over there. He's got a bunch of kids around him. And he goes, Schwam, because he forgot my name. But he knew it was something like Womble. So that's how we got that nickname, right? So that's Gelfand's cool. There. It's 79. This is the second summer of the Ollie. He's got rid of the long pants. So I'm trying to get a ride. I can't get, well, first I sold my skateboard to get there. So Gelfand gave me a deck and I wouldn't take the trackers. I had to buy indies, the rest of the story. So I couldn't get a ride in the pool because you're trying to snake Brad Bowman, Steve Alba, Pineapple, Tony Alba, everybody's there. You can't get a ride. So then all of a sudden everybody starts leaving and they're going over to the freestyle area because Rodney Mullen is skating. So I still couldn't get a ride. So I said, I'm going to go practice in the half pipe. The Del Mar half pipe was like 14 feet. 50, how deep was it, Mike?
The half pipe?
Yep.
So stupid, I never rolled into it.
So, and over there is Mike Fulmer rolling out and rolling in. Rolling out and rolling in, and there's 18 inches between the edge and the chain link fence. So I got Mullen in the parking lot, Gelfand in the pro shop, and Fulmer in the half pipe. And the only person there that I don't know is Wally Inouye taking the famous pictures in the yellow and orange, the little backyard pool that nobody rode. So that session was going on when I was there. I fell. I got 26th place, but that's my story of Del Mar. Then I flew home. My dad.
All right, guys, I got to scram at this point.
All right, we got enough, I think.
Good shit, Bruce.
If anybody has anything they want to share, we'll get back on and do it again. And thank you.
Yeah, if you want to do a one-on-one, Ed, we can set that up.
All right, man. Thank you very much.
All right, everyone.
That was fun.
Good night, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks. Bye-bye now.
Good night.
You're watching the Skateboarding Bros Show. Stories from the pioneers of skateboarding about the history and the fun of the sport we love.